It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the capital city of Colorado. Welcome to Denver and Empower Field at Mile High. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism. Here's the veteran Will Lutz to get us going. And off we go from Denver. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course, we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down. Now they'll set up to throw. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. That caught Tony Pollard. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every staff in the league that understands that we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted. The ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
They get the Alabama man, the former first-round pick, J.C. Latham. Back to the air one more time. He's going to get it to Okonkwo.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw again. Pass complete. He's got Calvin Ridley. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Third down, 3 to go. They'll try and run for the first down with Pollard. It's a pickup of 12. That's good for a Titan first down.
Over the last couple years, Mike, we've seen the trend in the NFL is that third down has really become a passing down, but not here. Not for this team. They keep the ball on the ground. They're able to pick up a big gain, fresh set of downs.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
They'll run here. It's Pollard. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd and goal.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
Hauled in at the 2.
Great coverage here defensively. Not only the ability to take away all the end zone targets from the quarterback and force him to check the ball down to the back on the swing, but then also the pursuit to the ball carrier to keep him short of the end zone.
So, trying to make a statement on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on 4th down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
Here comes the Denver offense, set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
Well, it didn't take long for Bo Nix to establish himself as a bona fide starter in this league, winning the position with the Broncos as a rookie. He has all the intangibles, but really what sticks out the most, Mike, is the amount of starts he made in college. It's kind of similar to Brock Purdy. Very experienced at the college level. Let's see how that carries over here to the NFL level.
Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's a first carry for their running back. Defense hoping to push him back and get that safety. He gets to the 2-yard line, but no gain on that one.
Find yourself in a little tricky situation here, Mike, on 3rd down, backed up this close to your own goal line. I think the plan is you got to attempt to pass, but it's got to be short. You don't want your quarterback standing in the end zone very long with the ball in his hand, but this ball needs to come out, hopefully pick up the 1st down, but if not, just buy a little breathing room for your punt team.
And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away. Mason Kinsey going back to maybe take this one back. It's a short kick. Fair catch is called for, and they're going to be in business with a short field to work. The Titans offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points in this contest, and they'll begin 1st and 10. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
Lockett headed in motion. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Titans.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Joey Sly on now for the point after. It's up and good, and the Titans will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Is brought in downfield by Sutton. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They motion the slot man left. They'll run here with the rookie. And he's into the end zone. Ravon Vele. Touchdown, Broncos. Will Lutz now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Broncos will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Titans offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Dre Greenlaw in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. He'll drop to throw. This one caught by the back out of the backfield. Whoa! They're going to have it first and goal. He'll be out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. It's a big one for Tennessee. It's a gain of 49.
These wide outside the number throws. This is where a quarterback really gets to show off his arm strength and arm talent. This puts a ton of pressure on the defense because now they say, all right, we have to defend every single blade of grass.
5 yards from the house. They've got it first and goal. Here's a run. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up second and goal. Ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Van Jefferson. Touchdown, Tennessee. Out comes Sly for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Titans will move out to a 14-7 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll begin here on the ground. And a short pickup, too, about the 42-yard line. They'll stick with him again. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And on that third down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up fourth down.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. And he has been the focal point of this offense When you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably know the offensive line's been stellar, and they have been so far. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. We are through 1. It's the Titans out to the early lead. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the defense has it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cooper. And he won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return, and they are set up 1st and goal.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. This one caught at the 4. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. A tight end in motion now. Nix gonna give this to Estime. Good blocking, and he's in. Audric Estime. Touchdown, Denver. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal, and Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. His kick is good. The Broncos will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Not much there. Maybe a yard. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And he's going to be very close to a first down. That's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Off the play. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
Considering you only need a few inches, I understand the thought process of putting that ball in the air on 3rd down. Let's see if you can take a shot, catch the defense in more run defense mode. But now you take that sack, put you in a 4th down where now you really have to decide how willing are you to be aggressive here to try to maintain this possession.
On 4th down, the longtime special teams ace, Johnny Hecker on to punt. And back deep is Marvin Mims. Now, fair catch, he'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Broncos offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Nix. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
On the ground, this is Jaleel McLaughlin. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Denver. A fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Titans offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. He has Lockett over the middle, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the ground, it's Pollard. And a nice tackle in the open field limits. They send Ridley in motion. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Looking middle, and he's got Ridley. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Now they'll set up to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball, and while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space, because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
Second down and 8. They send Ridley in motion. Back to throw. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. Blitz coming, he'll throw it, and this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Joey Sly back out to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense make their way out to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Second down. Nix. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off the play fake, here's Nick. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
Nice job bouncing back there on 2nd down. 1st down, they gave up way too many yards and put them in 2nd and short. But now they can gain some of that back with that sack and brings up 3rd and medium, and the likelihood of getting off the field just went up.
It is 3rd and 10. Here's Nix to throw. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. A big-time play for the Broncos. 32 yards.
While everybody wants to attack the middle of the field, you just have to make sure you don't do it recklessly. You want to make sure you protect both the ball and your receiver, and in this case, he does both. Puts it on the money, picks up a big gain.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos have tied it at 17.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. This one taken at the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Titans offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He's spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Two minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. Greg and I return to Denver after this. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now a handoff to Pollard. And he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense ready for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. There's a screen from McLaughlin. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop them. That will be no gain on the screen.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. And that's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
Holding offense.
That one on the former Notre Dame star, Mike McGlinchey. On second down, it's Nix. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. Third and long. This time they stay on the ground. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. Here's their punter now. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. He'll look to throw. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This from 45 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Titans move out in front, 20-17. Final moments of this first half. Kicking with the lead now, as this one is in the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Nix now to throw it here on first down. That's a gain of 14 and a first down. a first down throw for Nix. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Play action now. It's Nix. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And third down coming up.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate and an opportunity for a big shot. You end up falling short.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
You just have to have a better plan coming into the game when you're facing this sort of pass rush. You are not going to be able to sit there with long developing plays and pat the ball in the pocket. It has to be read 1, read 2, check down. Get the ball out of your hands. Protect your offensive lineman a little bit.
The Broncos bringing out their punter, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Now a fair catch is taken here, just short of the 45-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Here's 1st and 10. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Again, it's Pollard. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Offense.
He'll drop to throw. This one complete to Ridley. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Third and long. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll again get it to Ridley. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. All on the ground, McLaughlin. He'll push forward for about a yard. The terrific interior performer Jeffrey Simmons on the stop. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, not only getting outside the pocket, buying more time for his receivers, but then finding a man open who's able to pick up enough to move the chains.
So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle they go. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He dropped for the loss of a yard.
You know, anytime you're talking about an interior defensive lineman, it's always easy to talk about his size and his strength. But what stands out to me, Mike, is his ability to move his feet, turn those hips, get penetration in the backfield, and take the running back down for a loss.
He finds Mims. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Nick's going to look to throw. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. First and 10. Throwing. Nix. Quick throw. Taken in. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now a give up the middle. Trying to avoid tacklers there, but the ball is out. The Titans have got it.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, but it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
The Titans offense ready to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Now a deep ball here for Ridley. Talanoa Hufanga had the coverage from the safety position and comes away with the breakup.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Everyone always assumes that you only want to run drag routes or crossing routes just underneath like mesh concepts against man coverage, but so often they're equally as effective against the zone. All it takes is one of those underneath man defenders to latch on to the wrong route, and all of a sudden there is a lot of room, not only for the completion, but for yards after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw yet again. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points, but after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
The Titans sending out their punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Seemed to me from up here, Mike, that he really locked in on that guy. He told himself, I'm going to give my guy a chance to go compete for this ball. But anytime he enters such a crowded area, it usually means if he works through his progression, there's an easier throw somewhere on the field. Instead, he tries to fit it in and just wasn't able to quite make the completion.
A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Denver 1st down. A run now with McLaughlin. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. To throw is Nix. That's caught left side by Ingram. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
To the ground, a 1st down run.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
Second and 11. They'll run. This is McLaughlin. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down. Throwing is Nix. He connects with Mims. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in.
Offense.
And the question now, will the play stand? Back to the ground after the penalty. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They need one right now. 3rd and long. They'll throw. It's Nix. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
I think it's safe to assume that is not how they envisioned that 3rd down play call going, and now after going backwards, it's going to bring up 4th down.
Special teams on the field, ready for this punt. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. The Titans offense and running back Tony Pollard going to take over once again. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
Anybody who thought this coach was going to get conservative with this late lead is sadly mistaken, Mike. They're out here still throwing haymakers with this passing game. They're not content with just having the lead. They're looking to increase it.
Off play action, he'll set up to throw. The throw here is complete. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now Pollard. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. Throwing now on 1st and 10. He's got it at the 3. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll look to run with Pollard. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Tony Pollard. Touchdown, Titans. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Nix to throw. Got it into the hands of Mims. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
Now a run on first down. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Offense.
Back to throw is Nix. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Quarterback just has to get this ball out of his hands. I understand giving your guy a chance to pick up the first down. Let's see if he can get some space downfield past the sticks and put one on him. But once it's clear that's not going to work, this ball either needs to be thrown away, checked down, but you certainly don't want to continue to go backwards.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Nix. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram.
So the key to this play is when you're going to play pass coverage and you're going to drop in depth, you have to understand if the quarterback drops the ball off short, you need to rally tackle. You need to limit the run after the catch. Don't let that receiver pick up the first down. That's exactly what this defense was able to do in this situation. Tackle him short of the chains, force the turnover on downs.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. He'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Third down, 3 to go. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. And that'll be enough for a first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. They give to Pollard on the option. Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This a 42-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Titans will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter. Joey Sly back out to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. He's going to keep it himself. He'll take this forward maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter. I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's taken in. He's going to have a Broncos 1st down. That was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. That is caught, and it's Troy Franklin. Important moment here. 3rd down and 4. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try to run for it.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a 1st down.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. He will air this out, looking for Sutton.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
Here comes 2nd down.
Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. Got a man left side. It's caught. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll throw. It's Nix. That is caught. What a job on the scramble. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Broncos.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Lutz for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Broncos are back within 6. They've got just the 2 timeouts remaining, so they'll line up and take their chances right here with an onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick. Not much of a chance.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. An unbalanced look to the left here on 1st down. Motion man is the tight end going right. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Now a handoff to Pollard. The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing now on 3rd and 1. And the rush gets there. Down he goes.
I don't have any real advanced analysis for this one, Mike. I mean, I think the simplest way to categorize it is this possession has been a disaster.
The Titans punting unit comes out to the field as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Broncos offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Well, it's safe to say this offense now is entering desperation mode. They have such a long way to go with such little time to do it. You're thinking chunk plays, get out of bounds. You have to stop the clock and continue to pick up as much yardage as you can to, at the very least, be in position to take one Hail Mary shot to the end zone.
That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Nick's gonna throw for it. He'll look deep, left sideline. That is caught. That changes a lot. He's out of bounds all the way down at the 20-yard line. So this one, a win for the visiting Titans. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.